What's up, guys? Back with another Squidio. Thank you, Squiddy, for letting me post this video on your channel. First of all, I just want to give a quick shout out. Well, first of all, to Chansey, but also to Team MJS, my team, MJS Collectibles. Yeah, here you can find them on eBay and on TCG Player, best sponsor. Yeah, so today I got first place at the OTS Championship. And yeah, just wanted to show my deck, show what I've been playing. I played Rescue Ace.
All right, let's go.
So yeah, it was 42 cards. 42 cards, but I played like a lot of consistency with those 42. So I played the 3 Hydrant. I was originally playing 2, but I realized that having 3 like opens up like a lot more hands that are very playable with when you open the alert with the Hydrant or the Rescue or the Emergency, of course. It just lets you basically have more starters, more ways to play around hand traps as well. And then obviously the 2 Preventer and the 2 Turbulence. So that's the Rescue Ace monsters. I don't play any Impulse. I really don't like that card. I've tried it. I tried it at 3. I tried it at 1. I just don't like the card. I don't think it's very good. It's like all right, but yeah, just personal preference, I guess. I mean, like I know that really good players like it. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I just prefer to play without it, to be honest. I play 3 Diabell Star, so I play 3 Diabell Star, 3 Hydrant, and 3 Prosp. So I'm like really going for max consistency, even though I am playing the 42 cards. I'm playing 42 so that I could see the traps a little bit less. But to me, Prosp just basically says like you can play through 1 additional hand trap. Which is like really strong, I find, and there's no way that I'm not going to play that. And then the 3 Diabell Star, I mean, like even if you start with 2 of them or you start with Wanted and the Diabell Star, like it's fine because you just pitch the Diabell Star. So yeah, I don't know. I just really wanted more starters. I always want to be able to play. And also when you're going second, like yeah, it's not like ideal to have the 3 Diabell Star. Like I do side out 2 of them when I go second, but sometimes, especially game 1s when they're not like sided prepared to go first, sometimes like having this just like lets you play through boards a lot easier, because when you open more and more like engine, yeah, you can crack boards a little bit easier. And since I'm not playing the Impulse as well, I need that engine basically. And then this is like super standard, obviously. It's probably like never going to change, so nothing really to say here. I never side out any of these going second. So going second, I'll usually side out 1 Hydrant and 2 Diabell Star, and I'll also side out 1 Prosperity in many matchups because I just play like a lot of hand traps, so you'll see that. Then the 1 Rhoda and 1 TTT. The TTT is the 42nd card. It's mainly because I side deck Thrusts. And I just also really like this card as a one of. I mean, I know like that's also like very popular in like Europe. Like a lot of Europeans do that as well, and I've always liked that. Just like sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Even if you do like quote unquote brick on it, it usually means that they haven't stopped you with a hand trap. So like you don't mind having this for the crackback on the next turn.
We have some company.
Of course, he makes his appearance.
Once per video.
hard once per turn. And then I play 12 hand traps. I really like hand traps in this deck instead of the board breakers. I don't think in this meta you like want the opponent to like make his board. I'd much rather try to stop him from making his board and then play through his like half-assed board. The deck can play very well through like boards that were like half constructed once I've like picked it apart a little bit with the hand traps. But like even with board breakers, I feel like I have a hard time breaking boards. Like even if I'm playing Dark Ruler and stuff, it just doesn't feel strong. So yeah, went with 12 hand traps. Went with Nibiru over Droll simply for the Unchained matchup. I'm siding Drolls instead, but I do go kind of back and forth on maining Droll or maining Nib. That is kind of like a tough choice, but probably a little bit meta dependent, to be honest. So go to the extra deck. So I'm playing the Cyberse package. So you'll notice obviously that I didn't play Jet Synchron. I don't like the Isolde package. At YCS Indy, I played jet synchron, but I don't like that. Like you need to basically draw both engines to like make a crazy board, which it's just like I don't think that's very good at all. And also jet synchron's not good at all going second, whereas like this, when I stop my opponent with the hand traps, like this is actually very good going second. Like you can get back a hand trap with this, and then you can go into access code or go into this very easily, and it's just very, very, very strong. So yeah, really like the Cybers package. I tried the Isolde line. I think it's good, but I don't want to brick. Like my deck is really made for like kind of max consistency with the 3 Prosp, 3 Diabellstar, 3 Hydrant. So yeah, just really trying to like not brick at all. And then I play access code, double SP, IP. I think this is like super standard. This is really mostly for like when you get hand trapped. It doesn't really come up otherwise. So yeah, but the double SP does come up a lot, and so does the access code. Tifon, obviously. Hida, obviously, and then instead of the Sunlight Wolf, like because obviously this extra deck is basically exactly Steven Santoli's extra deck. But instead of the Sunlight Wolf, I played the Dark. There's a lot of mirror match in Montreal, and this taking a Diabellstar does come up when you get like hand trapped and stuff, or in like a grind game. So summoning Diabellstar has been like really good, and it's also just a way to like link up. I feel like the SP, the Sunlight Wolf was not coming up for me like at all. So yeah, but honestly, like the Dark and the IP, these are like kind of like pseudo flex spots. Honestly, I feel like the rest like you have to play it. But I don't think I would play anything over these. The only thing that I didn't summon today was the IP. Yeah. Onto the side deck. So I played Pankratops. Honestly, like I don't side Cosmic Cyclone, so this is like my only out to anti-spell. I got anti-spelled 3 times today. It seems to be really popular in Montreal. There's Rescue Ace players that play it. There's Unchained players that play it. So yeah, I just kind of want that like one out. It's also really good against the Firewall line, which I think is really important actually to like have this if you go versus the Firewall line, because this basically turns off the Deceive Worm by itself, which is really nice. Yeah, so I just think it's like a really good one of, to be honest, for the side. Then I side 3 Droll and 3 Crow. So in total, my deck, I'm playing the 18 hand traps. Crow is because there's a lot of Unchained, a lot of Purely, and a lot of Tier in Montreal. I mean, those are like 3 of the top 4 or top 5 decks. So yeah, I really like Crow. I'm actually going to be experimenting, especially versus like the Firewall mirror match. I think Crow is actually very good in the mirror match. The thing is like it's like weird because you have to basically like let them pseudo full combo you or like almost full combo you, like set 4, and then Crow on the Protect Code Talker or Crow on their turn, on your turn when they try to rescue. Sometimes that's like the only way for them to get to a Rescue Ace monster. So then if you have the Crow, sometimes it's just like a blowout. I need to like test that more. I didn't side them in today, but it is something that came up a few times today in some other matches that I was watching, and I was like, oh yeah, like Crow is actually pretty interesting for the mirror, which you wouldn't really think that, but yeah. And then so this is kind of like a meta call, but also at the same time, I mean, I just think like Thrust is just really good, still going second at least. I play the 1 Lightning Storm because I mean, it's kind of like I'm playing like 4 if I really need them. I would love to fit another Lightning Storm if I could, but I just don't have the space. Obviously the Herald of the Abyss is like just for Purely. But yeah, I side Thrust in like almost every single matchup when I go second. Just makes it so that like depending on the matchups that I have, I can go either like full hand traps because I have like a lot of them, or I can do like a bit of a mix of hand traps and board breakers if some of the hand traps are not good versus the matchup that I'm in. Whereas like this is usually good against basically every single matchup going second. So yeah, and then the last 3 cards of the deck, of the side deck, are the 3 Solemns. Would not change this. I think Solemn is like really, really, really good when I go first. It's like a card that I always want to see. It's a card that like even when I have it, like if I prosp, I'll like go take a second one. Like the card's just really, really good. Obviously like it has some like kind of bad matchups like Tier and stuff, but it's like still good just to stop the Lightning Storm and the Evenly and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Thanks again, Squiddy. Really appreciate you for letting us post these videos on your profile. And yeah, cheers.